Welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Matt.
I'm Winnie.
Today we are reading an article called Finding Out About Rain Frogs.
Yay!
Alright, so I don't know much about rain frogs. Winnie, do you know what rain frogs are?
I mean, I am one of those people who only know what a rain frog is because I have a phone and I have Instagram. And so you'll often see a lot of funny videos of these rain frogs getting squeaked. And when they're angry, they kind of make this cute little sound. And I really like frogs. Do you like frogs?
Sure. I like to eat, 3-cup frogs sometimes at the restaurant.
That is not funny, Matthew.
Well, I mean, I like frogs, sure. Frogs can be cute, and especially, I think I actually have seen these memes of these frogs on the internet. I didn't know those were rain frogs, but they are very cute and round and look like they're squishy.
Yeah, they also, I don't know, I don't really think they look like frogs.
Yeah, I guess they're like a little ball, like a little water balloon frog.
Yeah, they look like mochi balls, or they look like flattened avocados, Or like an avocado that you forgot that you left in the back of your fridge.
Sounds delicious. Now, today we're going to learn a lot about these rain frogs and, maybe why they have become such popular memes online. Their grumpy faces, their cute size and squeaks. But let's find out more about these rain frogs when we get into today's article.
Rain frogs rank among the strangest looking creatures on the planet. To some, they are like little balls of cuteness. To others, they are grumpy-looking little monsters. But there is no denying that these animals capture our curiosity. Rain frogs are native to eastern and southern Africa. They can live in a wide range of environments. For example, the desert rain frog lives in the sandy coastlines of Namibia and South Africa, while the highland rain frog lives in Tanzanian grasslands.
Hello everyone. Now let's take a look at this article called Finding Out About Rain Frogs.
Let's get it started. Rain frogs rank among the strangest looking creatures on the planet. To some, they are like little balls of cuteness. I think I'm the some they're referring to. I do think they're very cute. However, I feel like some people might think they're a little gross.
Really? Okay. I do think they're cute looking. I think
do
they're
too.
cute even though they look angry.
Yeah, I like labubus, right?
Right.
So stuff that could be cute can also be a little bit ugly.
All right.
And we have this verb rank, to rank something. And that basically just means to appear on a list, whether it be from best to worst, shortest to tallest, and, other ways you can describe something. So for example, you could say elephants rank among the strongest animals. So elephants might not be the strongest animal in the world, but they're definitely up there.
All right, so some people think they're little balls of cuteness, but to others, they are grumpy-looking little monsters.
That's true.
But grumpy little monsters can still be cute.
They're harmless. They're not going to attack you with, biceps and muscles, but they might with their cute face.
All right. But there is no denying that these animals capture our curiosity.
They definitely don't look like they're from Earth. They kind of look alien-y.
Well, that's what makes people curious. That's what allows them to capture our curiosity. So curiosity is a noun, and it's the state of being curious, so wanting to know or learn more about something or just about everything. If you have a lot of curiosity, you have a strong desire or strong want to learn or to know more about things. Okay, we have an example sentence. The strange noise filled Joan with curiosity.
So she probably wanted to check it out, and then she ends up getting murdered.
Well, I hope not.
I hope not. Well, let's go to Hanny.Hello，
大家好，我是 Hanny。今天的课程要介绍的是 Rain Frog 雨蛙。雨蛙是名列地球上外表最奇特的生物之中。对于有些人而言啊，它们像是小巧可爱的小球。 那有些人则认为它们是臭脸小怪物，看起来脸真的很臭，甚至可能会觉得它们有点恶心。但不可否认的是，这些动物能激起我们的好奇心。好，文中它是用 grumpy 来形容性情暴躁的， Winnie 老师则用到 gross G-R-O-S-S， 它是形容令人恶心的或是令人厌恶的。那课文单字 rank 当动词可以表达名列、位居，那后面的名词通常会是地位啊、头衔或是名次。再看到 curiosity， 它是名词，表示好奇心。好，这边有一个重点是 some others 表达有些怎么样，有些怎么样，这是用来列举没有限定范围的人事物。some 跟 other 也可以当形容词，那这时候用法就是 some 加名词other 加名词那为了避免重复用到名词，后面这个 other 加名词常常就改用代名词 others 来代替了。举例来说 ，Some people like summer, others prefer winter。有些人喜欢夏天，有些人比较喜欢冬天。如果只有两种类别的话，我们就要加上定冠词咯，这时候会写作 some the others 去表达有些怎么样，剩下其他的怎么样。例如 Some of the books are in Chinese, the others are in English。有些书是中文的，其他是英文的。好，接话课文中。
All right, thank you, Hanny. Back to the article. Rain frogs are native to Eastern and Southern Africa. So when an animal or a person is native to somewhere, that means they are from there. Usually you find them there. So if you wanted to find a rain frog, you can go to Eastern and Southern Africa. Continuing on, they can live in a wide range of environments. Now, this is very interesting because you don't often see some animals living in multiple different places or habitats. Sometimes their body kind of is only adapted to one certain area, but sounds like this African rain frog can kind of live in a lot of different places.
Yeah, well, we're going to find out some of these places they can live. For example, the desert rain frog lives in the sandy coastlines of Namibia and South Africa, while the highland rain frog lives in Tanzanian grasslands.
Wow, so those are two really different places.
Two very different places, and actually each of those frogs is actually named after the kinds of places they live. So the desert rain frog, I guess, lives in the desert, although it says here it lives on the coastline, so it lives near the ocean.
Right.
And then we have the highland rain frog, which I guess lives on higher land, areas that are higher, and that's where you'll find these grasslands in Tanzania.
I'm interested to see how they look different because of where they live. Well, let's go to see what Hanny has to say.
雨蛙原生于非洲东部和南部，它们可以生活在各式各样的环境里。像沙漠雨蛙是栖息在纳米比亚与南非的多沙海岸线，高原雨蛙则是生活在坦桑尼亚的草原。那这时候 Winnie 老师他有用到 habitat 这个字 H-A-B-I-T-A-T， 那这个字可以表达动植物的栖息地、生长地。而补充单字 sandy 它是形容多沙的、覆盖着沙的，还有 coastline 则表达海岸线。好，接华课文中。
All right, thank you, Hanny. I am really excited to learn more about rain frogs because I'm a pretty big frog fan. I think they're very cute. However, I don't know if I would, touch them because I have a fear of them jumping and attacking my face.
Really?
Yeah. Like not in a painful way, but I would be rather freaked out.
Okay, well, I don't think you'll have that problem with these frogs, but maybe we'll find out more later when we go to the second part of our article.
They may even live in places we aren't aware of, as we are finding out more about them all the time. After all, the Boston rain frog was only discovered in 2018. Rain frogs all share the same round body shape and short limbs. Most of them spend much of their time underground and lay their eggs in moist soil after rain, not into pools of water like other frogs. Also, unlike other frogs, they walk rather than hop. So, whether you think rain frogs are sweet or odd, we should all recognize that they are totally unique.
Welcome back. So before the break, we learned a little bit about rain frogs, about how they are very cute to some people, and others think they look like grumpy monsters.
Yeah.
But I think that could also be cute.
Mm-hmm.
But so they live in Eastern and Southern Africa, and they can also live in all sorts of different environments, from the coastlines all the way to the highland grasslands. And yeah, they're super cute, so let's learn more about them.
Yeah, let's learn more about these meatballs. Okay, continuing on with the article. They may even live in places we aren't aware of, as we are finding out more about them all the time. So when we say we're finding more about them all the time, that might mean a lot of scientists or researchers, they're probably still trying to figure out, what's the deal with these little meatballs, these little rain frogs. So these researchers are finding out more about them. They're doing more research. And now we kind of find out they might live in places we didn't know about. Continuing on, after all, the Boston rain frog was only discovered in 2018. That was 7 years ago? 8 years ago? That's pretty recent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so we have this adjective aware, to be aware of something. It means to know about something. So back then, we might have not been aware of the Boston rain frog. For example, you could say Faith was aware of the rules, so she followed them carefully. So she wouldn't be able to follow the rules unless she knew about the rules.
All right, so we're still discovering new rain frogs and new places they can live. Maybe there's one living next to your home. Probably not. But anyway, let's go to Hanny.
刚刚说雨蛙可以生活在各式各样的环境里，它们甚至还可以栖息在我们不知道的地方，因为人们还在不断的发现更多关于它们的资讯。毕竟波士顿雨蛙是直到2018年才被发现的哦。好，我们来看单字 aware。aware 是形容知道、意识到的，或是有什么意识的。be aware of 可以表达知道、意识到某事物的存在。那文中用到 after all 是表达毕竟、说到底怎么样怎么样。好，那这回话课文中。
All right, and we are back, so let's get back into the article. Rain frogs all share the same round body shape and short limbs.
Very cute.
So that's, as you said, the little meatballs, as you said, because they are little balls of frog meat.
Yeah, I hope you're not eating lunch while you're watching this.
Yeah. Most of them spend much of their time underground and lay their eggs in moist soil after rain, not into pools of water like other frogs.
It's kind of like a snake.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, maybe a little bit, the way it burrows into the ground like some snakes do. And it lays its eggs in moist soil, so not in the water. So when something is moist, it means it is slightly wet. So it's not very wet, it's just a little bit wet. There is some liquid there, but you won't see pools of water, or you won't even usually see droplets of water. It's just a little bit wet. So moist soil wouldn't quite be mud, because there's not enough water to make it mud, but it is just a little bit wet. So example sentence, the air felt moist as we walked near the lake.
Wow, so that's interesting. They don't really need to fully submerge their eggs in water like most frogs do.
Yeah, and that is interesting because most frogs, they lay eggs that then have tadpoles, which then turn into frogs.
Yeah.
But the tadpoles need to live in water, so that's why the eggs are laid in pools of water.
It's so interesting. All right, let's continue. Also, unlike other frogs, they walk rather than hop. Okay, that kind of makes sense by how they're built. They don't look like they do much jumping.
Right, and so if you wanted one as a pet, you wouldn't have to worry about it jumping into your face.
It's not going to jump on my face. Where's it going to go? So whether you think rain frogs are sweet or odd, we should all recognize that they are totally unique. Here, I say yes. Who says frogs need to be slim and green and have big eyes? They should sometimes look like meatballs.
All right, well, they are very cute, and it's been nice to learn a little bit about these frogs today. But now let's go to Hanny.
课文接着提到，雨蛙都有圆滚滚的身体和短短的四肢，大部分时间都是待在地底。那它们不像其他青蛙会把卵产在水池里，而是在雨后将卵产在潮湿的土壤中。此外呢，它们是用走的，不是用跳的。好，我们看看单字 moist， 它是形容潮湿的、湿润的。老师刚刚提到 tadpole 是指蝌蚪，还有呢 Matt 老师用到 burrow 这个字 burrow 这个字当名词可以表达动物挖掘居住的地道、洞穴。那如果是当动词，可以表达打洞，尤其是指为了居住而去打洞、挖掘洞。那么 Winnie 老师在讲到把卵产在水中的时候，还有提到一个动词叫 submerge， submerge 可以表达使潜入水中、没入水中或者是浸没的意思。好，这边还有一个重点，我们要来看看 lay 跟 lie 的用法比较。lay 它表示动物下蛋，或者是把什么放下摆好，它的三态是 lay, laid, laid。那现在分词是 laying。再看到 lie， 它表示物品平放，或者是人或动物平躺、平卧，它的三态是 lie, lay, lain。那如果用 lie 来表示说谎的话，它的三态则是 lie, lied, lied。现在分词都是 lying。好，我们注意一下哦 ，lay 跟 lie 都有放的意思。那其中 lay 它是强调动作，是及物动词。那么 lie 则是强调状态，它是不及物动词。我们这边造两个例句 ：She laid her coat on the bed。她把外套放在床上。A coat is lying on the bed. 床上放着一件外套。好，那接回到课文中。
All right, so we learned a lot about these very cute but grumpy frogs today. And actually, I'd seen the memes online about, pictures of them with different captions that were funny because of their grumpy face.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that they lived only in parts of Africa. I didn't know where I would have to travel to if I actually wanted to see them in the wild.
I also didn't know that, and I didn't know that they lay eggs in not like, you think frogs, okay, laying eggs in some really wet, a pond, that's what you think of. But I didn't know they could just burrow it underneath like moist sand. That's really cool.
That's right. So now the next time you see one of these memes or you show one to your friend, you can also tell them a little information that you have learned about these cute desert rain frogs or cute rain frogs in general.
Want to see my impression of one?
Sure.
But
not quite grumpy enough, I think.
That's true, you're right, yeah.
All right, well, that's all the time for today. We will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Rain frogs rank among the strangest looking creatures on the planet. To some, they are like little balls of cuteness. To others, they are grumpy looking little monsters. But there is no denying that these animals capture our curiosity. Rain frogs are native to eastern and southern Africa. They can live in a wide range of environments. For example, the desert rain frog lives in the sandy coastlines of Namibia and South Africa, while the highland rain frog lives in Tanzanian grasslands. They may even live in places we aren't aware of, as we are finding out more about them all the time. After all, the Boston rain frog was only discovered in 2018. Rain frogs all share the same round body shape and short limbs. Most of them spend much of their time underground and lay their eggs in moist soil after rain, not into pools of water like other frogs. Also, unlike other frogs, they walk rather than hop. So, whether you think rain frogs are sweet or odd, we should all recognize that they are totally unique.
最后我们来复习今天课文里的单字文法。单字的部分有 rank 动词表示名列位居， curiosity 它是名词表示好奇心， aware 形容词形容知道意识到的或是有什么什么意识的， moist 是形容词形容潮湿的湿润的， 文法的部分，第一个学到 some 点点点 others 点点点，表示有些怎么样，有些怎么样，用来列举没有限定范围的人事物。第二个学到了 lay 跟 lie 的用法比较，那么 lay 可以表达动物下蛋，把什么放下摆好。lie 则是表达物品的平放，或是人或动物的平躺平卧，它还可以表达说谎的意思。那只是要特别注意它们的动词三态变化都不同哦。好，那以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Hey, 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 it's KiWi on the street. I'm Kiki. And I'm Winnie. And today we're in our kitchen and we're gonna make brownies. Okay, while we let our chocolate mixture cool, we are going to beat our eggs. So Kiki, please crack open 2 fresh eggs. Nice cracking skills. Now you're going to measure out 2 teaspoons of vanilla. You can do it over the bowl so that you don't spill. Okay, all right. Now we have very modern invention, the electric hand mixer. Because if you're whisking eggs, it's gonna take a while. So here, you can whisk it. It's okay. It's okay, don't be scared. Okay, take 2. You're gonna beat the eggs, actually. Slow, okay.
Winnie, I think it's ready. It's a lot lighter now in color and it's fluffy.
Next, we're going to do a process called tempering. And basically, you're going to mix these 2 together, but you have to do it slowly so that you don't end up with scrambled eggs. Okay, I'm gonna start off with a little bit, and you're going to fold it.
Oh, yeah. Fold it.
When you are folding it, that means you can see the motion that you're doing is you're kind of cutting it rather than stirring it, because we just worked really hard to get a light, fluffy egg mixture. If you stir it, it's gonna deflate and then basically render what you did useless.
All we've done so far are just wet ingredients.
Okay, relax. The dry ingredients are coming. But for now, we're gonna say goodbye. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and send us a DM or an email if there's something you wanna say in English, but you just don't know how. Kiki, what do you wanna say?
I want my brownies.
It's coming, it's coming.
Kiwi later.